And we are live.
Yes, and people are in the chat. We got Doc Fearsome. We got Amiga Nuts. We got. Oh, is that it? That's okay if that's it. Yeah, y'all rock. Thank you. Hi. Hello, hello. I just saw a random holy shit in there from Doc Fearsome, so I'm very curious to know what y'all were talking about before we got in. Oh, okay. Oh no. Oh gosh, Amiga Nuts, I am so sorry. Actually, yeah, please do. Amiga Nuts, I'm not trying to use what's happened in your state or use anyone's grief here, but that is actually part of our topic tonight. So I am so sorry.
Hey, Santy.
Hey, Santy. Hey. We played Atheist D&D together on Saturdays, and Sandy the Sane is amazing.
Yeah.
I know you guys have seen him around, but he is fantastic. Okay, so and twinsies. Okay, let's see. So we have notes. I just covered them up with my phone and my pack of cigarettes and things. So one sec, and we can see our notes. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is say that as I think everyone in the chat right now knows, our dear friend Angie Dell in East Texas, and I'm not doxing her, she has said that many times, our good friend Angie Dell lost her house last night to a tornado. Her entire neighborhood was flattened, apparently, or at least the street. She's got some videos up on Twitter because her computer was toast. All of her pets and all of the people, and that includes an aquarium with a beautiful African cichlid in it named Herbert, survived unscathed. She managed to get the grandchildren and her daughter and her husband. They all got in a hallway, and apparently that was the right hallway to be in because, oh my gosh, basically her house, it's as if something came and turned it inside out. Her living room is on the front lawn. It's unreal. If you want to see some of the pictures, they're in some streams we did late into the night or slash early morning yesterday. There's also streams on her Twitter feed, which is the Diva.
5 H's.
5 H's, yeah, the Diva. But if you type in at Angie Dell, you'll find her on Twitter if you're not already a follower. She also has a YouTube channel and a Patreon. So and she's amazing. She's one of us. She's part of the atheist community. She was a church lady for a lot of years, and now she's this badass atheist, and she's amazing. So she does have a PayPal. We're gonna do a crawler for it. I think Junkshop already made that happen. But her PayPal.
I just put it in the chat. I forgot to make a crawler.
Oh, that's okay. Look, hey, I just accidentally reminded you. That's cool. Teamwork. Okay, that's fucking teamwork. All right, don't give me a strike for that. It's Tenacious D. All right. Anyway, so her PayPal is paypal.me/Angie, ANGIE, Dell, DELL. So right now, as of guys, we're fucking amazing. Let's just face it. As a community, we're amazing. Let's take a moment to just be happy at humans helping humans, because in just 24 hours, we've raised over $2,000. Now she's got 2 grandchildren to feed. Her husband is a dentist, and the first thing he did when they realized they didn't have a house anymore, after ascertaining that none of them were injured, he took his I assume that he had some kind of home, little first aid kit like most of us have, and he went around to all the neighbors and started checking on all the neighbors and finding out who needed help, because they called emergency services, and 911, because of debris and down trees and down power lines, could not get there yet. It took them, and it's not the first responders' fault. They just physically couldn't get there for a while. So yeah, so they need everything. they're going to be able to salvage a lot of the stuff. Luckily, the kids' room was untouched in the freaky way that tornadoes act. I mean, there's one hallway where the pictures are still all on the walls and no picture is crooked. And then their bedroom has no roof and half the bedroom's gone. It's the craziest. Well, it's not the craziest shit. If you've ever seen tornado shit, it's so weird. Okay, so I just want to say that. Also,
and now left out the S. Damn it. Y'all get the idea. That's what the address is.
That's what the address is.
If you can throw a couple of dollars Angie's way, we beseech you to do that.
Yes, please.
We're throwing what we can, and
we've donated, and I shaved the back of. I did an undercut, and Junkshop shaved the back of my neck last night. So that's why my braids are like tiny compared to what they were. It actually feels kind of amazing. I like it. I might keep doing it. But yeah, I did that for $500. Mr. Shadow Kitty said if we hit 600, he'd shave his entire head. He did. And someone, a friend in the community, I'm not going to say who because I'm not entirely certain, but I'm pretty sure I know who it was, donated $666. And that sent us over the first $1,000 mark. And so I realized that times are tough. I'm furloughed myself, so times are tough, but if we all give a little bit, everybody will be fed and clothed, and they do have a safe place to sleep. If anyone is worried about that, they safely have roofs over their head at the moment. So any questions about that, about the fundraiser?
And y'all know about our chat lag here. So if you ask a question, if you've got comments you want, if you've got things you need to tell us or things maybe we could throw up on the screen, just give us a couple of minutes. I'm just talking here to try to eat some of the lag because most of y'all know by now how long the disconnect is between when y'all actually type and when it shows up on our end. So
yeah, absolutely. And we're still the fundraiser is continuing, and I don't know how. It might be a Texas thing. I don't know, but our dear friend,
I don't know.
That may not be public knowledge. Okay, never mind. Let's just say that there's a lot of good people out there talking about this and sharing it, and there's just a lot in the non-believer community who are helping out, and that's what we're here for, because we know I shouldn't know. Most of us have a high degree of certainty that there's no God who's going to come along and press a magic button and fix all this. We got to look after each other, and that's what we're doing. So I'm super proud of us as a community right now.
And we've had streams so far, and an amazing set of people came out of the woodwork to do streams, to plug Angie's PayPal and to support such a valuable member of our community. Wonder Lady Faye did the first one. We had one on my channel. We had one on Julie's channel.
We tried to have one on my
had one on Julie's channel. Jen's Little Corner in the Land Down Under has done 2 in the last 24 hours. A bit of tea in Danish, and Morton did a Lego building stream in the middle of the night here, so neither of us were here for that.
Yeah, but then they did.
And then Linda's TMI show this afternoon was largely just talking
all about this. Yeah.
Angie's predicament.
Yeah, so to Linda, to Jen, to Neil the 604 atheist who texted, put the link in his chat. Hey, there's a live show fundraiser for one of our own going on right now during my live show. I don't care. Here's the link. Thank you, Neil. Like, biggest heart ever. Because we all know that's kind of, it's like YouTube etiquette. You don't put a link to another live show in somebody else's live show chat. But he did it, and that was beautiful. And he also put the PayPal information in. So, yeah, so... Right, rock on, Neil, man. Like that is a man who he looks out for us. And yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop babbling about him.
Sandy's asking if they have tornado insurance. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's Angie has spent the entire day on the phone with insurance companies.
Yeah.
We don't know the ins and outs of that particular situation, but
I don't.
It's just it's a whole mess.
Oh, it's
so
a mess,
like
yeah.
I said, if we're throwing a couple of bucks here and a couple of bucks there and plugging away at this PayPal and anything y'all could throw that way if you haven't already done, which I know a lot of folks. This has been going on for right at 24 hours now.
Yeah,
a little over 24 hours now, and I know a lot of us have already chipped in and thrown our hats in the ring and thrown some coin into the pot, and that is immensely appreciated. Like I said, we don't have a running total yet. For the most recent, we know we're over 2K. We don't know over by how much.
Yeah, and that was earlier today. So hopefully, we're still growing that because this is going to be rough. Because even if assuming they have all the insurance, it could be 6 months to a year before those claims are processed. If you've ever dealt with insurance companies,
and insurance is fantastic to have. Insurance companies are hell to deal with.
They can be rough. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Sandy. Neil is awesome. He was your way into the community. Oh, that's wow,
dude.
That's great to know.
That's another thing I have to
Sandy
be thankful
says he wishes he could help out more. Yeah, exactly.
No, I know we
all
too.
do.
Yeah, we all do.
I'm not trying to twist anybody's arm or guilt trip anybody.
No.
Just in the event that anybody's watching or sees this on replay the next couple of days who hasn't already heard about this or had the opportunity to chip in, that's what's going on. And it's impacted a valued and much loved member of our community.
Yeah, and her whole family. And if she wasn't caring for 2 minor children, maybe we wouldn't be as hardcore as we are right now. But it's a household of 5 people.
Yeah.
Who and 3 dogs, a cat, and a fish. Who are trying to figure out what's going on. I do have some good news. I don't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's spread the word.
Yeah, just spread the word. Yeah.
Any of the streams that have happened the last few days, if you can just share those out on Twitter or on Facebook, spread the word. Use the hashtag Angie lost her house. We're just trying to raise awareness in addition to money.
Yeah, please do that. And honestly, if you can't give money right now, we know times are tough. So don't worry. No worries about that. If you can only give $1, if you can only give $5, it adds up. If enough people do that, they'll be all right. So hashtag Angie. Can I type right now? I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah, nope. All right, you do that. Angie lost her house. I cannot type right now. By the way, this is usually welcome to Wine and Reason. Hi. Usually, we're drinking wine, but all the wine's gone.
Why is the wine gone?
Because I got way too drunk last night. All the wine is gone. That's why. If you want to see me get hilariously drunk, go back and watch the streams from last night that we were doing, and it's pretty fun. I assume I haven't rewatched them yet because I'm terrified I said something too cringy, and I definitely gave up way too much personal information, and not the sexy kind, not the kind you'd want to hear. So anyway, but yeah, so those are there. They're in the internet forever now, so I got to go back and change a couple of things. Nope, I'm done. That's all I was gonna say. Anyway, so tonight it's bourbon and not wine, so I'm gonna be careful. And just have a little bit and not try to be ridiculous. So, because I was a bit hungover this morning, to be honest. I have not been hungover in a very long time.
I heard you.
Yeah,
I heard you.
It was not super pleasant. Okay, so to the topic at hand. Oh, that was my phone. That's why I have a Gorilla case on my phone. No, OtterBox. I have OtterBox on my phone. And that's why, because I drop shit all the time. Thank you, my love. Of course, that was very gallant of you. And it's fine. See, it's okay. Because OtterBoxes, they work. If you're clumsy, get a fucking OtterBox. OtterBox. God, I can talk, I swear.
Not sponsored, just fans.
Not sponsored, just tested. Just tested. The day we got this new phone, I knocked it off a shelf that was about 4 feet off the ground. It landed on the kitchen, the hard kitchen floor, which is linoleum over concrete, and it bounced once, and it was fine. So that's my endorsement of OtterBox. I was like, oh, good thing that was on there. Okay. All right, so we have some
and yes, Santi, yes, it is. It's one of the old ones from the 90s.
It is. There you go. So we have notes, and we want to talk about, and this is going back to the sad thing that Amiga Nuts brought up, and it's so just some basic stats, because we're starting to get numbers on the COVID-19 thing, which are horrific, but also it's good that we're starting to get some tangible factual information. Excuse me. Factual information. Sorry for the hiccup. So coronavirus deaths in the U.S. Have increased tenfold this month, as in April, and that's according to NPR. Wikipedia, and I know Wikipedia. I would never let my students use Wiki. I told them I used it myself all the time, and I said it's fine in your private life, but the reason it's a tricky source is because, and not always a good academic source, is because anyone can go in and edit it. But the numbers from Wikipedia are that we've had roughly 50,177 deaths in the U.S. We've had 887,787 cases that are confirmed. So that doesn't count all the people walking around who are asymptomatic, because we know that's a big thing.
Or who haven't been tested because we don't have enough fucking tests.
Exactly.
Pardon my friend.
No, we don't. We don't have it. And don't. No, it's fine. Fuck it. Punta. It's fine. I'm not calling you a whore. I'm sorry.
I'll say that is
that was really rude.
Correctly.
No, I just thought,
right.
What's the rudest word I know in French? Anyway, okay, so sorry, I love you. Yeah, so that many cases, and 81,792 folks, again, according to Wikipedia, as of today, have recovered, and that is according to Wikipedia. So take that with the Wikipedia bag of salt. However, when NPR talked about the cases increasing tenfold, they were very near the 50,000. They were 40,000 some odd deaths at that point when they made their report, which was earlier in the week. So yeah, it's absolutely terrifying. And what's even more terrifying is a lot of politicians are worried about bottom line, particularly if they have an R after their name. So our Governor Lee here in Tennessee has decided that he's going to lift his safe at home order on the 1st of May, because we're not exponentially still increasing in cases. Yes, we are, by the way.
I've got hard numbers on that.
Thank you.
Just for the record.
Yes.
These are the numbers for Tennessee alone. This is according to Cara Hartnett, who is the healthcare reporter for the Nashville Post, which is a
very good,
solid, respectable newspaper.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Now here's the growth over the course of April so far. These numbers are current as of yesterday, about this time. On the 1st of April, we reported 444 new cases in Tennessee alone. On the 21st of April, there were 156 new cases reported here in Tennessee alone. The following day, yesterday the 22nd, there were a reported, and this is not just, I heard, this is out of the tests that were administered, the positives came back, an additional 448.
That day, just
yesterday alone.
Yeah.
As of this time yesterday, we have currently have 7,000 842 confirmed active cases, of which 775 cases have been hospitalized, and of which 166 people so far in Tennessee alone have died.
As of yesterday, those numbers have gone up today.
Yeah, and by, if the trend continues by a significant amount, because again, there was a 3.5-fold increase in new cases between the 21st and, oh dear.
No, we're buffering. God damn it. All right, guys. Sorry if we buffer. Please let us know if it gets super weird. No, it's not nice at all. And also, Iowa, 3,641 confirmed cases in Iowa. This is with, well, actually, I can't speak for Iowa, but I assume this is absolutely right. But yeah, so what we're afraid of, those of you who live in major metropolitan areas with this, if you need just for your city what your governor says. So even though Governor Lee is saying, we're not going to do safe at home anymore after the 1st, after May 1st, we're reopening businesses and it's going to be because we care more about money than we do about human lives.
Thus the title of the stream.
Thus
the bottom line is going to kill us.
And it will. It will kill people. More people are going to die. So, and I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that. I wish I were. I wish.
That's good to hear. I'm glad somebody's relatively safe out there. His county has only 14 cases.
Yes, good. That's good to know, sir. Actually, in our county has the most in our state, so that's fun.
It's also one of the most heavily populated in the state, so that's just fun with statistics.
It is.
A certain point.
That's absolutely. You're absolutely right. That is fair, because part of it is just it is the numbers. We're heavily populated here in our county. So yeah, so what was that? Oh, so what our mayor has decided, the mayor of Memphis, Mayor Strickland, for whom I voted, has said that, oh, well, we're not lifting our safe at home order until May 5th.
4 whole days, motherfucker. He's keeping us safe for 4 whole days. Doc says the Iowa governor never got around to issuing a stay-at-home order. Jesus Christ on a pogo stick.
Doc wins for stupid governors. Doc wins. Honestly, I'm surprised that Mayor Lee lost it stupid. Or I'm sorry, that Governor Lee lost it stupid governor. But yeah. No, your governor wins. Yeah, so I can tell you.
Forget the flat earthers. We got a new contestant for Dumb Fuck of the Year 2020.
We do, and we should totally do it. I will girl it the fuck up and wear an evening gown if y'all want me to. I will do that if you want to do a Dumbass of the Year.
Yeah, we'll have to name it something slightly different because
we will.
Reds would come to our house and beat us with a rubber chicken.
He would, and he would be welcome here, but not for the Anyway, so Anywho, so the point is that this is really frightening, and I know I keep touching my face. I've been inside. I've washed my hands. We hadn't been out all day.
We're sterile.
We're good. Yeah, we're good for right now.
We're damn near exfoliated down to the bone.
Yeah. And I was even looking for face scrub.
Reynolds, is that? Oh, that's the name of your governor. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy with him, her. First name Kim, that could go either way. No, I would not be happy with that person either.
No. And you know, what I noticed today, too, was that Michigan is ranked 7th in states who are suffering the most cases and the most deaths. And yet, those are where those stupid protesters did their stupid protesting, where they basically became a petri dish of people. Now, my state is not immune to that either.
No, because we've got Greg Locke.
We have Greg Locke. So Greg Locke went around and got a bunch of his good Christian people to show up and protest, and none of them were wearing masks or any kind of protective gear, any kind of PPE, and they were just all together on the courthouse steps, shouting and yelling and
spraying microparticles of moisture into the air like you do.
Might as well have been spitting in each other's faces or passing the same cup around. I mean, what I'm afraid of here is that at this point, up until now, my parents, my elderly parents' church, their Catholic church, which I respect the bishop in this area for doing this, they have not had services since March, since early March.
Like maybe before, the first time in history, this team here has agreed on one of the policies of the Roman Catholic Church. But
only
they did the right thing for once in their fucking 2,000-year history.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, you're out. Should have gotten you.
I had a droplet. That wasn't a bad luck clean.
Okay, good. Yeah, we try not to be superstitious, but some things are sacred. Okay, so they haven't been holding services. They have been holding services online, mass online. So my parents watched that.
More power to them.
My mom.
I don't care what anybody does on the internet.
Yeah, it's fine. She no
point.
No, as long as it's not involving minors, it's fine.
Yeah.
So we so my mom called me and she was feeling really guilty. She's like, I've never missed Easter Mass in my life. I don't no matter what was going on, I've never missed it. And that's actually not true. I know a couple of times when we were kids that she had to miss it, and boy,
it's as good as true.
She did not let us forget either that it was our fault, but and it was. When you get your kids into their Easter dresses and their Easter get up, and then they decide to go play in a mud hole, it's a little right before you got to leave for church. It's a little awkward, but no, it might as well be true. Yeah. And and I was like, there's nothing. I mean, Mom, it's weird. I had to go to my Catholic place in my brain for this, but I was explaining like there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you and Dad reading the Bible together, the Catholic Bible. Like, it will give you the reading for that day of the year in the Bible. Like, they could do. My parents were Eucharistic ministers. They can't do the fake miracle every Sunday. And if she ever, hopefully she will never see this, but but yeah, they can't do transubstantiation because they're not priests. But they can do everything else. So I'm like, there's nothing wrong. You can do that, and you can watch it on TV, and whatever. So that seemed to calm her down. And then what I'm afraid of is that when the governor of the state releases the safe at home order in 7 days, that all the churches are going to open back up. And I'm really afraid of that.
Because it doesn't bear thinking about.
It really doesn't.
Oh my gosh, it's bloody terrifying.
It is. And everyone in my family is, except for us, both of our families are extremely religious. And
I don't know how observant of the safer at home order the conservative Muslim population around here is, but we've got a significantly sized one.
We do.
And what this means is that we'll be at the end of the second week, so we'll be halfway through fucking Ramadan when this safer at home order is lifted.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
we buffered there for a second. I hope y'all are still with us.
So
sorry, us in technology sometimes.
Hang on. This is kind of a funny comment, and we need some levity. Okay. Minga Nuts. I blame the high lead pollution from Michigan only because I don't want to believe people are that easily manipulated. Yeah, brother, so do I. I don't want to believe it either. Unfortunately, I think they are. It weirds me out that people, and actually, I've got a brother in Alaska who is like, he was gonna go. There was a protest like this in Alaska, and he was gonna go, but he, according to his Facebook post, missed the memo. And here's the funny part: the way they were protesting, at least from the picture he posted of it, they were all in their own vehicles. They all pulled up.
That's amazing.
Yes, they all pulled up in their trucks, and if you live in Alaska, you need trucks and/or a car that you can paint snow tires on and chains,
tire chains. Too, I suspect.
Yeah, you do. And so they all pull up in these big ass vehicles, and they're all there, and there's one dude walking around.
Southern Chris in the house.
Hi,
hey,
sweetheart.
Christopher, how you doing?
Love to see you. It's lovely to see you.
Doc says our video is laggy, but there's a surprise.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all.
Sorry, y'all.
We
appreciate you being here regardless.
Yeah, we did plug it in to the Ethernet cable. Hopefully that will make it a little more stable. I'm about to turn into Dr. Seuss. Yeah, so here's this big, we want our First Amendment rights back and our freedom to assembly and go wherever the fuck we want because we don't, I don't know, believe in viruses. I don't know what their fucking other justification is, but they did it all in their cars. There was only one dude with a megaphone outside of the cars talking at the people inside the cars. So,
what do we want? To get out of our cars. When do we want it? As soon as it's safe.
Yeah, it's like they're protesting, but why? Stop it. It's stupid. Like normally, I'm like, oh, a protest, cool. What is it? Is it women's rights? Is it, and if it's not like a hate group, I'm there. I'm like,
yep.
or I try to be, or I at least try to be supportive.
Or at least we don't rag on them on the internet.
Yeah, we don't rag on them.
Doing about these stupid fools who want to die of a horrible virus.
Yes, thank you. And the thing is, people will, and people have.
So
you guys,
many.
So many. These numbers are terrifying.
50K plus people have died of this horrible, horrible respiratory disease that apparently has some weird other mutations and symptoms that we're only just now finding out about because it's a novel virus. It's new and we don't know what it does.
Yes, that's why it's called a novel virus.
It's only been around for a calendar quarter. We're still learning about it.
Mm-hmm. What we are learning is that
take some of these people and shake them by the collar. Shake them by the collar, I say.
A couple of things we're learning, and I can't cite my source for this. This was from Seth Andrews's open letter to
Greg Locke. Which, if you have not seen that video yet, wait until we're done here.
Please.
And then go search YouTube for an open letter to Pastor Greg Locke. Mm-hmm. Seth Andrews just posted it earlier today. It is savage.
It's phenomenal. It's like
it's exactly the way you always wanted Seth Andrews to speak to a religious figure.
You're watching Seth, the nicest man in atheism,
and collected, but vicious.
Yeah, the kindest man in atheism, with the voice like melted dark chocolate that you just want to listen to forever. Savage Greg Locke, and it's fucking beautiful. So, and he does it so well, and it's amazing. Okay, ooh, I'm sorry, I was going somewhere else before I waxed eloquent about Seth's voice.
We were talking about religious leaders. We were talking about protests.
Oh yeah, Seth and doing his open letter.
Greg Locke,
the scary numbers.
Who wouldn't close his church.
Oh yeah, who's the pastor down in, I think it's Louisiana, who has the mega church that won't close his doors? I can't. I'm blanking on his name. I'm sorry.
On the name.
Yeah, but he's had I say parishioners. Sorry, that's the Catholic upbringing. He's had congregationalists, members of his congregation.
Congregants.
Thanks, sweetheart. At least one has passed away that we know of, and several are infected. And he's not going to get, the Scathing Atheist had Andrew Torres, attorney at law, a constitutional lawyer, come in and break down the whys and the wherefores. And I would really, if you don't already listen to the Scathing Atheist, or if it's not normally your speed, No Illusions did put out just the interview with Andrew Torres on YouTube today, so listen to that. If they're not your thing, they're very much my thing. I love them, but it's cool. We aren't all into the same things.
We can still be friends.
We can still be friends. That's right. We can disagree and still be friends. So but yeah, it's really good, and and I'm not going to try and repeat it because I didn't go to law school. So, but he puts down, you know, as someone who specialized in constitutional law, like where we went wrong in terms of our nation in about 2017, and some of the decisions and some of the wording that made it vague enough to where people can get away with defying certain orders.
Brain Bug,
yeah.
Welcome.
Hey, Brain Bug. How are things in the hive? We're talking about how our governor is stopping our safe at home order on May 1st because money's more important than lives, and about how our local mayor is stopping it on May 5th, which is so
only
impotent.
Marginally better.
Just marginally, and it's not going to help. And
It's
all
not going to
he's
make
basically
any fucking difference, is what it's going to
yeah,
do.
all Strickland is doing is going, fuck you, Governor Lee, but only for 4 days.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense. And it's very frustrating. And in Mayor Strickland's defense, we had a safe at home order here in our city about 2 weeks before the rest of before Governor Lee did shit. And so, you know, I had to, you know, tell my parents, no, we can't come out. We can't come see you right now. Like, we can only leave the house to get groceries or go to the doctor. That's all we're allowed to do right now. And I was so grateful for that because, again, my parents are elderly, but one thing that they understand is legal stuff, and they don't want any of us getting in trouble with the law. So once I said it was, you know, that I could be fined and or arrested, my mother was like, that's what you stay where you are. It's fine. You know. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Chris says he wants to move to the woods to escape all this. That's a strong temptation sometimes, isn't it, my friend?
It is. I have some friends who basically did that last year, and they're like, hey, you need to come out. You need to come out. I'm like,
taking social distancing to a whole new level.
Exactly.
And before it was cool.
Before it was cool. That's right. All right. So, Brandon said, what's up, Doc? To Doc Pearson. I love that. I say that.
The Blair Witch Woods.
Oh, no. Hang on. Wait. I need something wicker that we can be afraid of.
Yeah.
I don't think we have anything wicker in the, I probably moved too fast.
Santy's still working. He says out there is terrifying.
Oh, that is scary.
I am so
that is scary,
sorry,
my friend.
Santy.
My company is based in Europe, and so they started us working from home. I think in the second week of March.
Something like
it
that.
Was early.
Yeah,
it was early
on.
And then I was furloughed later because of bottom line issues, but I did get to work from home for a while, and I gotta tell you, I did not miss that 90-minute commute every day. I did not miss it at all, and I busted ass because I wanted to show them, hey, you know, maybe when the pandemic's over, we could keep doing this because I can do all this from home and it's fine. And my commute was from my upstairs to my downstairs, and it was fantastic.
Oh, that's right. And Doc works at a hotel.
Oh, fuck.
I forgot that. You said something about that the other day, having to sanitize rooms.
Oh, you did.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Doc.
Yeah, that's rough, man. I can't even imagine.
I mean, I'm glad you got work, but I'm sorry you still got work.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
It's a weird dichotomy because a friend of mine, my best friend, works at a store that has been deemed essential, and she is not pleased. She does not want it to be essential. She
None of us have ever wanted so hard not to be seen as essential.
Yeah. It's a weird thing to say.
No, I'm not essential. I'm not. Really, I'm not. I'm do withoutable temporarily.
Absolutely, and it's okay. It's fine. It makes perfect.
Maintenance and property management. I know some folks in that industry. They're I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
I hear what you're screaming.
And in fact, I dropped the first week we were under the stay safe at home order. I dropped
brain
off.
bugs working from home. Good for
you.
Stay your ass in the hive.
Do it.
Stay your ass safe.
Be safe. Yeah, I dropped off our rent check and I had taped the envelope shut because I didn't want to lick it. And I told the gentleman as I handed it to him, because we've lived here for a long time, so we have a rapport. And I said, "Hey, I just washed my hands." And he was like, "Thank you." It's like, okay. And then and
Chris, as we know, works in a restaurant, so he's
Oh, Chris, be careful, man.
I feel for you.
Just stay safe.
I hopefully y'all are just doing curbside. You don't have.
I really
have
hope
anybody actually coming in, sitting down, breathing, and licking your utensils.
Oof. Oh, I have a visual aid. I think. Yeah, I do. I have a visual aid. You keep it going.
Visual aid?
I do.
I don't know what this visual aid is, so I'm going to stall for time here because I didn't know that today was show and tell day. As a result, oh no, I do know what she's talking about.
I brought one for you too.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so my darling husband's best friend in this world brought over these for us. Hang on. Yeah, I wasn't wearing earrings last time I wore this. It's a little tricky. Yeah. So when we had to go out shopping, it has foxes on it, and it says "No fox given," which I love. I love a good pun. No fox given. His has bacon, which is fantastic, and also a little creepy. It looks a little creepy. I like it. I like the bright red bacon on the black field, right? Yeah, so by the way, I washed these after we got home from shopping with antibacterial dish soap. I'll take it. And just hung them up to dry.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
That's what they look like. I've been trying to figure out ever since we got them. They look like they make you look like Scorpion.
Yes.
That's what
Finish him.
That's what that silhouette is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brain bug. Oh my gosh, that's been bugging me for a week.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
And then
I can lay that question to rest in my head.
That's right. And then the other unnamed shout out I have to give because again, not again, our friend wouldn't mind if we said her name, but I'm not going to until I have express permission. But my cool brother that lives here, not the one that lives in Alaska, the cool one that lives here dropped off on our back porch a bag of gloves, like proper, and they're even small enough because we have small hands, and my brother knows he has small hands too, so he got us the right size. And yeah, so he had some extras, and he just dropped off a bag of some gloves. So when we go to the store now once a week, we can actually wear gloves. So that's nice, and yeah. So thank you, Big Brother, for that. You're awesome, best Big Brother ever and always. And a cool thing about these are hand sewn, and I cannot plug the person who actually sewed them. They were bought on Etsy, but a lot of these that are being sold on Etsy right now, they're putting extra pockets in them so that if you have a filter, you can pop it in there. Now, I don't know where one gets a filter. We're trying basically not to leave the apartment more than once a week. Sometimes it's twice. Like we did leave twice this time because we have prescriptions due, and they were in when they came in, and we had to get them. So, but yeah, that's what we're doing. So fun with that. With PPE, I'm gonna set it down now before I contaminate it.
Can I mask related plug?
Yeah, please. The other night? Please, that was amazing.
Okay. As I don't know if any of y'all have the same problem, but we have she and I both have a slight case of small head syndrome.
Yes.
neither one of us have large size heads. We have small
I can
heads
demonstrate.
and are, yeah.
Okay, so this is a hat.
That's a normal size hat.
Normal size, lovely hat, right? If I take off my glasses, yeah, you guys get the idea. Small head. Okay, go ahead, sir.
So if you're buying standard size masks, just like off the rack or off of Etsy or something, you may have noticed that they're a little too big, especially in the elastic area. If you need, sorry, we're buffering. Okay, just wanted to make sure because I was about to do my quick plug for my friend,
who is awesome.
If you need specifically small size face masks, much like the ones we were just wearing, you can go onto Etsy and search for a project called Dark Bunny Studios. And she hand sews and makes like full size. They go down under the chin masks that are specifically dimensioned for those of us with small heads, because she's a member of Small Head Club.
Yes, too. And she has.
I ordered one just the other night. It just it should be here. Tomorrow, actually.
And it's so cool. It's got the Cybermen from Doctor Who. So if you're all into science fiction, she has a bunch of different patterns. But
we're nerds, in case you hadn't gotten the memo.
Everything behind us. It's
Doc has a huge head. She also makes large size.
Yes, she makes large. She tests them. She tests the large size on her husband, and that's how she figured it out. And then also, she leaves extra elastic, just in case you need to tighten it further or loosen it further. She goes a little big with the elastic, and it actually goes. What I love about hers is they go not just over your ears. The elastic ties here and here. Okay. So yeah, we were watching her live on Instagram last night, and she's amazing. So that's Dark Bunny Studios on Etsy, and she really knows how to sew. She also urges everyone to wash her masks before you wear them. They're all machine washable. She has dogs and cats, and as she very, very bluntly and perfectly said, you've either got COVID or you don't. I don't think we do, but we might. So you need to wash these before you wear them.
And that's the problem we're all having with this damn virus, right? It's the reason for the safer at home order, just to bring us back full circle, is because there's something like a 14 or 15 day period when you can be so contagious and yet be completely asymptomatic. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. Y'all smart people, y'all know all this. It drives me up the wall if people are acting like because they're not hacking up a lung and running 120-degree fever, that means they ain't got it. And that ain't true.
No, it's not.
Greg Locke.
And I actually, I'm not gonna name any names because it's not my story to tell, but I actually know somebody whose aunt is in the hospital right now on a ventilator, and who is probably not going to make it. And that same person has it themselves. So, and is doing rather well and has been able to stay home with it, although it's knocked them down for 3 weeks straight. So it's just horrible. And then I have another friend who was from grad school who was messaging me yesterday because someone passed away in his family, and his family was still holding a funeral, but he and his partner have a new baby, and he was just like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to be the asshole who didn't go to the funeral, but I've got a baby at home.
Don't want to be the asshole who takes the virus to the funeral either.
Exactly. And he was being very logical about it. And he's a very smart guy. But he was saying, like, you know, we're really like, my instinct is to go because that's what you do when someone in your family passes away. You go to the funeral, whatever that means for you, whether it's God damn it, whether it's sitting Shiva, sorry, or which I've done with people, and whether it's a wake, whether it's a funeral, it's that closure ritual that we kind of need as humans. It doesn't have to be religious; it can be absolutely secular. Like I've told him a million times, he knows what I want when I die. Like if I go first, I want everybody to have a big party, get drunk, and tell funny stories about me. That's what I want. So do that. But here we have a situation that's very special and very unusual, and you have to think about these other things, and it's even to the point where he can't just go and leave the wife and kid at home because he might get exposed going there and then bring it home to them. So it's rough. People are having Zoom and Skype weddings, which is a much more fun topic. Have you guys heard about this? It's really cool. Like people who had weddings scheduled for now and didn't want to, lose all their deposits, ended up just doing it, like setting up, computers and stuff. And we're like, hey, everybody stay home. Just here's the link. Come at this time and you'll see us get married, and that's awesome.
Technology is amazing.
It really is. And we don't have to be constantly putting ourselves at risk and in danger.
Oh, Lord.
What?
Sorry, Doc. I'm going to pull this up on the screen because that's hilarious. It'll bounce. There we go. Doc says, I saw on Facebook someone mask made out of denim jeans so they could unzip it and drink his beer. Doesn't that defeat the purpose?
Yes, it does.
Yes,
if you're doing that in public.
Now, were it just made out of denim, that's a good sturdy fabric.
It
there.
Is.
That's not real permeable.
No, and
I would wear a denim face mask, but with a zipper?
No.
Come on.
But there are people.
You big dumb stupid.
Yep, you big dumb stupid. There are people making masks that have, I know, facepalm, that have a cotton fabric on the inside and denim on the outside, because denim is a great filter. It's very thick, as we all know, because we like blue jeans in this country. Yeah, so you need some tequila because I'm ahead of you.
I'm okay.
You okay for now?
Yeah.
All right.
I was drinking margaritas most of the day yesterday, and I'm all right for the moment.
All right. Well, I was gonna hop up and get you some if you wanted some.
I appreciate that, sweet. I'm good.
All right. So, guys, what's up? What is up in the chat?
Yeah.
So I think we covered our sad ass topics, and
we covered our miserable topic and fear-mongered a little, except it's not fear-mongering if it's true.
If it's true.
There is such a thing as a virus.
Yes.
You can catch it.
Yes.
God will not protect you from it. Greg Locke.
We're really pissed at Greg Locke right now. In case that didn't come through, I just wanted to state it with no equivocation.
He's like 90 minutes from us. He makes me mad. He makes us look bad.
He does.
He makes Tennessee look bad, and he stinks.
Thank you. He makes Tennesseans look stupid. And you know what? You know who else is from Tennessee? Troy Crowder. He doesn't live here anymore. He lives in California now, but he has never forgotten his roots. If you want to see a funny, fucking hilarious political comedian, check out Troy Crowder. Troy and then Crowder. Check out his videos on YouTube. He's amazing. He also he does stand up and he tours and all that stuff, but he's not touring right now because he's got a family, that he's got to worry about. And
Doc says we're cute.
Oh, thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
We do all right together, maybe. Very nicely. Anyway, okay. So I said something about I remember what I wanted to get back to. So my company is based in Europe, even though the elevator part has recently been bought by a consortium. As long as I don't say the name, I talked to my boss about this, and he said, be careful, don't say the name of the company, you're fine. And I was like, okay, cool. Because he knows I have a YouTube channel. And my boss is an atheist as well. I'm not outing him because I'm not saying his name. So it's nice. And that was a little much. Sorry, guys. Anyway. Point is that I'm on furlough until July 13th. And that, as far as I know, is not going to change. If it does, then I'm going to have more to talk about on here because I'm going to have a big decision to make. A really big, yeah, I hear music too. I don't know what's happening, but maybe it's something cool. Oh, I know what it is. It's 9 o'clock.
Oh,
it's my alarm. Yeah, that's my take your meds alarm.
That's.
Hang on.
Sorry, I was thinking somebody's in the parking lot with a loud radio.
By the way, if you are astute enough to actually tease out that bit of audio, that's a Tim Minchin song, and out of context, it sounds really terrible. But in the stand-up in which he did it, it's not. I'm gonna go turn that off now.
And also, if you can hear that clearly enough to tease out what that song is, tell me the name of your speaker brand. My stars and garters.
Yeah. Okay, that's taken care of. That segues.
You never know what you're getting in the library.
You really don't. The library is a magical, mystical, bizarre place. That's real. I felt that weird moment when I said magical and mystical. I was like, oh no, not really. It's just our place. It's real. Anyway, so like a good patient, I'm gonna grab my meds and take them because this is all stressful for all of us and nobody needs the added grief of anything. So we've hit an hour and I could keep going, but I want to know how you all feel about it. What do you think in the chat there? And also we've covered our notes.
I don't have material.
Yeah, I don't really have. Yeah,
I'm just staring at the depressing numbers here on the notepad.
I could barely hear it after you mentioned it. Okay, hopefully we won't get a copyright strike.
Transmission. Oh, Lordy. Amiga Nut says the virus has a transmission rate minimum of twice that of the standard flu. Jesus Christ.
Yep. There you go. There you go. Y'all. And next winter, just to end it on a super fun note, next winter could be even worse because this virus will likely coincide again, resurge and coincide with flu season. So this is going to be one of those things that we're just going to be living with now. But you know, the human race, we've been through a lot of plagues in our time, and hopefully, you know, this one's gonna suck. It's quite likely that we're all going to lose somebody to this, so we just got to be there for each other, and we got to do the smart thing. No matter what the fucking politicians are saying, no matter what the asshat in the White House is saying about getting the economy moving again, they care about money. They don't care about people. So you keep yourself safe. If you can work from home, do it. I'm even thinking... I mean, thank you all so much. I've got more than twice as many followers as I had last week. I don't know how that happened, but thank you so much. I'm even thinking about setting up a Patreon if this becomes a thing because I don't want to die and I don't want to put anyone I love at risk of dying. Not yet, anyway. You know, it'll happen eventually. I'm a 42-year-old smoker. I'm just not prepared for right now. Still too fucking cute. All right. Yeah, everyone take your vitamins. Yep. That is not bad advice. Do it. Yeah, take some vitamin C. If you're taking vitamin B orally, it's not really doing much for you. FYI. But if you sorry. Whole other discussion for another time. But yeah, vitamin C, multivitamins, that's fine. Just take them. They won't hurt you as long as they're not expired. Do not take expired vitamins ever. They can hurt you. Yeah. So yeah, take your vitamins. Be good. You know, to yourselves. Be good to the people you're quarantined with. I'm so glad we don't have kids right now. I can't even tell you. The people who have kids, you're my fucking heroes right now because I don't know how you're doing it. Like that hands-on full-time parenting, that's a job of work, you know. Oh, okay. I'm making a.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Hang on, I'm gonna put this up.
Essentially. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's all right. I'm just putting them. Okay. So I read 2 preliminary papers, and the conclusion is it triggers an immune response. Oh, fiddlestick. What I do?
You may have double clicked it.
I may have
to make high.
Okay. And it triggers an immune response called a cytokine storm, and nobody knows why. Okay, that's fascinating. By it, I assume you mean the virus and not vitamins? Just double check it, because we were just trying to, okay, yeah, mean the virus, okay. Yeah, homeschool is fun, says Santi. I'm so glad. I'm glad you're having fun with it. I hope that's not sarcasm. I hope you really are having fun with it. And if that is sarcasm,
we're rooting for you.
We're rooting for you. And we're rooting for all the teachers out there who suddenly don't have classes to go to or buildings to go to, and yet seem to be doing twice as much work because they're learning how to teach fully online. And, you know, especially for, like, I have a friend who's an art teacher, elementary art school teacher, and she's doing videos online, and it's just it's fascinating to watch, you know, how she's having to alter her teaching style to do that.
Oh, this is sarcasm.
Yeah, sarcasm. Damn it. Okay, so homeschooling, not so much fun. Yeah, especially if you have no experience with it. I can only imagine, because I mean, I was a teacher for 14 years. I know how to make lesson plans. I know how to make assignments. I know how to make a syllabus. If all of that is just dropped in your lap and you've never done any of that before, that is terrifying. That would be terrifying. Yeah. And also, I couldn't teach younger kids now because the way they learn math now is not the way I was taught math, for example. Yeah. You know, I could teach them how to write well, but I'm very specialized in what I know how to teach, and it's writing, and it's reading comprehension and literature, and that's what I'm good at. Anything else, and I'm going way out of my comfort zone. So, and not in a good way. Like, I could actually give them bad information.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. So yeah. So to all the parents who were thrust into homeschooling, you know, cheers to you.
Cheers to you, and more power to you.
More power to you. Summer is coming quickly. You can get through this, and you will. Okay. No. I really doubt that any of your kids' teachers are going to actually fail them because, you know, a whole grade because you were like, we missed this assignment. It's going to be okay. All right. Sugar. Yeah. And yet, in most states, that's perfectly legal for you to do that. So it's fine.
Megan, that's bringing the sources. All right.
Ooh, hey. Source targeting. Okay, I'm going to put this up so in case anyone else wants to write it down. And Santi, you got this, man. And if you want help, just, you know, DM me rather on Twitter. You got my Twitter. If you want me to help you out, I'll be happy to do that if I can. Targeting the catecholamine cytokine access to prevent SARS-CoV-2, which is another word for, I believe, COVID-19. Yeah,
that's the
formal name. Yeah, cytokine storm syndromes, 2020, 402, 2005. Oh, that's the bigger number. Okay, cool. Yeah, full PDF. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amiga. I want to read that paper. Thank you. That is a serious, I can tell from the citation, that's a serious peer-reviewed paper, and I want to read it. Thank you for that. Okay, so please, if you can throw a few bucks Angie Dell's way, in all this madness that we've just been talking about. Her family just lost their damn house. So yeah. So we're glad that she and the kids and her husband and her daughter and the pets are all uninjured, but you know, they're gonna need new clothes, they're gonna need food, they're gonna need, you know, so yeah, they're gonna need that stuff. So if you can, you know, please go to paypal.me/Angie Dell and give her show her some love if you can. If you can't, share out this stream, share out any other stream that has mentioned this situation. And yeah, please do that, because sharing is caring. In this case, literally. All right. You ready to?
Yeah, we've been going just over an hour, and I think we've hit all our. Oh, it's a prelim paper. Sorry, I'm sorry.
You said that.
You said that a minute ago.
You said that, and I forgot that I knew what that meant. Thank you. It's a preliminary paper. Well, that makes sense, because a lot of the data can't be in yet.
And that would be fast.
Yeah, that would be super fast. I'm so glad Angie is okay. It's so sad what happened. Yes, thank you, Doc. Yeah, it's super sad and it's awful. Angie is essential. Yes, she is. Yes. Arms up, fists up. Absolutely. Rock. Yeah. All right. So, remember, guys, you won't find reason in wine, or in this case, bourbon, Kentucky bourbon. But you might find it in reason. Did I say reason in mine? Did I just fuck up my own tagline?
You may
I think I did. You can't find truth in wine or bourbon, but you might find it in reason. You do yours.
Everybody, take care. Be safe. Fight against hate.
Good to have you all.
Night, everybody.